Absolutely. Firstly, it's always great to start on a winning note, especially on a series as short as three one-days. There was a bit of uncertainty. We didn't first time playing at this ground. I think the first time an international was played here. So I think the way we kind of reacted to different conditions was good. Being the first game that the team has played in almost just a month or maybe more than that, 2 months, since the last one-day game before this, there's always a bit of rustiness. Certainly we had New Zealand in a good position to ball them out for under 200 and kind of let that slip a bit. So obviously in that area, and the batting front, we found ourselves in a bit of trouble at 94 4 I think it was. So you never want to get into that position, but in the same token, there's always some silver lining to come out of those situations. I think we've taken a lot of confidence from the way we finished games in the last month anyway. Yeah, the wicket wasn't that easy to bat. We saw that with the New Zealand innings. And chasing 230 is, it gives you a bit of time up front to kind of set a base. Unfortunately, we managed to get some sort of base, and even though we were 90 or 100 before, I think on that type of wicket, it was a decentish base to kind of work on. We obviously wanted to be as little wickets down as possible, but there was no rush having to chase 230. Well, as I said, fortunately, the score wasn't as big a score. So 230 did allow you a bit more time to not take as many risks early days. So I think the adjustment more was to actually be patient and graft it out there. I mean, the tendency in one-day cricket, and especially with the advent of T20 cricket, is to try and score quickly up front. That's what we all try and do. So when you don't have a wicket that allows that, the biggest adjustment is to kind of bite your tongue a little bit and try and block out a few dot balls, So I think that was the biggest adjustment. Well, let's see how the wicket plays. If it plays similar, then it may be. If it not, then maybe probably having a better understanding of how to play on this wicket and what may be a good score might dictate terms with more than having not knowing really because in the first game. The idea is to win as much as you can. There's no doubt you're going to have a few days where you don't perform as well as you would like, and you may lose the game. And there are other days where you perform well, but the other team just has a better day. So that's a given actually. It's not like you want to have a 100% win rate, although that would be wonderful. But in the world we live in, that's unrealistic. So it's to win as many as you can, to win as many series as you can, and at the end of the day to be on the winning side more than the losing side. So we want to keep winning, and we'll do everything in our ability to keep winning. But if you have a bad day and you lose a game, it's not the end of the world. From a team perspective, absolutely. We've won some good games over the last few one-dayers. Season in Sri Lanka was an important series for us, and we've almost got the combinations right, I think, in the team to, I suppose, in preparation for the first game of the World Cup. There's a few, tinkering here and there. I'm sure the captain and the coach have in their minds, but it's a healthy position to be in. Having won a few games, it's always better to be on the winning side. There's a lot more confidence in the team. To be honest with you, I don't think everybody's mentioned it. I'm not sure what the rankings are at the moment, but that hasn't been a major motivator for us. You obviously want to get to the World Cup being in the top 3 in the world. I mean, then it gives you some sort of gauge of what your chances are, in a different sort of way. But being number 1, great. But at the moment, we're sticking to a good plan of winning as many as we can, and certainly taking each game with the importance that it has. Yeah, Kwani is a fantastic player. The way he's come in at such a young age and been so successful in the ODIs, for me has been a testament to the way he approaches his game. I mean, he's a fearless cricketer. At the same token, he's quite intelligent with the way he goes about his business. I don't think any of us, after 20-odd games or whatever the case, had 500s under our belts. So the ability to score 100 is something that's really important in the team, and he's just been a natural at it. He's going to go through ups and downs, get a few low scores here and there, but listen, in the long term, he's definitely going to be a superstar for us. The obvious difference is the way he plays. He plays a bit more, as I said, fearlessly. Takes on the bowling up front, and then kind of settles in and gets the big runs. And he probably doesn't think about the game as much as the other guys, which is a real positive. I mean, you got a lot of senior guys in the team All senior guys have played a lot of games, myself, AB, JP, Faf. So the way he plays is very refreshing for us, and he, in his given day, he can obliterate an attack, and I think that's really exciting for us. Well, I think it is, for me, that's what it is, to try and keep it as simple as possible. And although they are vastly different formats, but the basics are almost the same, especially batting up front. Places like New Zealand, South Africa, and in England, up front is a lot. You have to be a lot more tight, and I think that's a bit of test discipline's got to come in. We saw the other day that it wasn't easy up front, and the guys had bowled pretty well. So that's what it's been for me. As I said, conditions kind of dictate a lot of where you're going to play. Sometimes you're chasing 300, so you have to play a bit more positively. But a cover drive in one-day cricket and Test cricket is the same. So I try and keep it and not try and tinker too much.